Anucon it was a whole vibe. We had it at people's place. We try to have our nerd carnival every year, but we do it accordingly.
I like that.
Our nerd carnival, and we cosplay. We dress up as our favorite characters. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get the chance to cosplay because the way the bank account set up. That kind of
shit.
Checking in the same.
You know white sheet?
A white sheet?
I'm a boss. Scooby-Doo boss. Seriously.
Something, but
exactly.
But yeah, man, we had it. It was lit. And official count came out. We had over 500 people. Yeah, which beats our I think 300 to 400 of last year.
Dude, I remember when you guys had done it over by St. Anthony's one year.
St. Anthony's?
I think y'all had done it in St. Anthony's one year.
No, that wasn't us.
It was
Was it?
Come on, you.
That was the first year?
Yeah.
I can't remember the location for the first year. Okay.
I don't understand.
But yeah. It was good, and we had such a diversity of costumes, man. We had people coming in from all sorts of anime. We had records of Ragnarok. Aphrodite took the cake. That was phenomenal. The costume. We had persons from Soul Eater, and of course the usual, Dragon Ball Z characters, Naruto, One Piece, and that kind of stuff.
Nobody came.
We even had Fred Flintstones, bro.
We didn't have like Demon Slayer people.
Demon Slayer.
I'm trying to get that earring.
Yeah, of course.
I'm trying to get those earrings, man.
Those were sold out.
What?
We had a vendor who does like the paraphernalia and so on, and she's been selling them because she does 3D printing.
So we're gonna get the earring in there?
Of course, next year.
Please.
We had persons putting out their art and so on. Food been sell out an hour into the gig.
I saw Dylan there.
Wow. Yeah. It been crazy. So it was nice. We
10
had
pages was in the house as well.
Who?
10 pages.
10 pages, of course.
10 pages was in the house.
Of course,
as well.
holding it down with the manga. We were doing our thing. And of course, we had our bag of events, right? We had the One Punch Man. We had the whole machine where you get to punch it and it records the strength of your punch.
What?
So we had that. The man broke the machine, bro.
Of course I broke the machine.
But we had that. We had the Kamehameha competition, the cringy competition that people running from, but I love it.
What about the noodle eating competition? You had that?
House of Bo came in and they did us right. They gave us the bowls, they gave us the official Japanese ramen noodles, not ramen, and it was prepared with all the things in there, So
all the egg and so?
Man, everything in there.
You said ichikarimasu?
Itadakimasu, yes. All of that was in there. We also had, what else we had? We had the trivia, and this year we did it Jeopardy style. So we had the screen and we had the team set up and everything.
I love it. I love the growth.
Right, you watch anime?
No, I never really got into it. I see it all the time. I've been wanting to what's the anime thing? I never really, I usually ask the questions once in a while. So I'm like, okay, how to get into this, how to get into that, but never really ask. But it's not something I'm against, you know what I mean? But I don't get it. I've been a Dragon Ball Z, that's about it. Like Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, that is anime.
But I know the other, I see all the time, like, I think, who is it? One of my friends, O'Neal and Crutches be having the debates about this and that. And I be so lost. I'm like, ooh, this man.
We are all lost.
If whoever this in final form, and I'm like, I don't know what.
Crutches not come for the show and I know the difference between
Hey, stop it. Stop it.
You know what I found interesting, Colin, is that whenever persons inquire about anime, they get a very limited introduction to it. So they always give the shonen things to them when you may not necessarily be a shonen person. So like if you're a sportsman, I give Dragon Ball Z, I give Blue Lock. You check me? Or Hajime no Ippo.
Yeah.
Or Haikyuu. Or Slam Dunk.
What about Baki?
Maybe something I'll get into. I don't mind.
No, it's really good.
Yeah.
There was one which one is the football one?
There's Inozama 11. There's
You see,
there's
like
a host of them.
Games, they had one where teams had to fight each other via playing football in a controlled environment. Some not quite.
There's different ones.
That's actually one of the favorite movies. That movie is bad though.
If you want the over the top Dragon Ball Z football thing, you can get it. But if you want the more realistic approach towards football, you can get that too. Anime gives you everything.
It's a multi-billion-dollar industry. So
Can you imagine?
yeah, he can give you anyone, but maybe he can start you off with just one, because it's so many.
Yeah.
And build on that.
Yeah.
And funny enough, I was having a conversation with some brethren, right, and he's like, recommend me something, and I was like, I can't just recommend you something. I need to know where your head is at right now.
Okay, I can start to the fundamental.
Yes.
Have you ever seen Ninja School?
No, I don't think I have.
That's where you start.
What the hell?
You know, outside of everybody being into Dragon Ball Z, you know, every week you're with Panjak. Outside of that,
Why mention
That was
Ninja
it.
School? Because it's an hour and a half. That's it. Start to,
Yeah.
It's a movie.
It's a movie.
But that was that's like
and is that like the background, like how what do you call it? Marvel and whatever have everything connected to. No, it's a movie.
standalone.
Oh,
It's standalone movie, but it's just awesome. It's just awesome movie.
But just watch that.
But
Ninja School.
before we wrap up on the Anucon thing, and congrats again, bro, on it. What do you guys have planned, or what do you see yourself doing going forwards? Especially now you see that there's a culture in Antigua that's really and truly into anime, manga, that type of stuff.
And before you answer
geek culture, I
and
should
before
say.
you answer the question, Glenn, just to add to his, how impactful is this to young people here?
Okay. Good questions. So let me start with the how impactful. It's very impactful because we have a community that is largely young people now, but also includes older generations as well, that are just part of the whole geekdom, right? We've been in need of good, clean fun for young people, good, clean situations that they can engage in and just allow themselves to be themselves and express their creativity, express themselves really and truly outside of the things that we are already accustomed to, right? Now, the cosplaying events and so on, it's important, of course, but it is something that they really wanted. So how impactful is that for the youth? Very impactful, because not only does it provide a space for their creativity, it allows them to express themselves, and it engages their creativity in different ways in terms of the costumes that they build, the scenes that they write. Some of them, they write plays and fights and so on, music, choreography, the list goes on in terms of
What age range is?
interact. The age range, everybody. From the born to your dead, everybody.
and the love, somebody who went and enjoyed it, and it was the first time going.
Yeah.
They said that it felt like a non-judgmental space as well.
Yeah.
And I think that plays a very big factor in people being expressive about their creativity and their fandom.
Yeah, and there's, I don't know if I should talk about this right now, but let's just say that there are things being put into works, and we're in communication with other sections of the community who are willing to take different spins on the whole cosplaying thing, and it may not necessarily be open to all ages, right? But it is designed to take care of another niche.
You come like after
Let me find out.
So there's things being put in place. So you ask the question, what does 2025 and the future look forward for us? Bigger,
And
better.
will there be an adult section?
As far as Anucon goes, there won't be an adult section, but that says nothing for adjunct.
Remember back in the day, I used to go to video rental stores,
hentai.
and they used to have like the purple curtain.
Yeah, the hentai section.
You can have Anucon, right? But it's on purple curtain.
Not Anucon itself, but
Something's wrong.
we're definitely looking. The whole point is to grow, right? If you're doing something, you want to be bigger, you want to be better. You
Pause.
want
But go ahead.
to have a higher quality product. All of that is in there as well. So, and we want to find more ways to engage. we're looking to find more ways to engage the community and the youths and them.
Big up, it's okay. Big up.
Yes, sir.
I'm interested in coming next year.
And we're going next year.
Yeah, we
There's no
definitely-
ifs, ands,
After
buts.
for summer.
Are
I
going.
think it's something that
Yeah, man.
We are definitely gonna have this show aired at Anucon.
Yeah,
God willing.
listen. If I could just like, I know the brother is here, right? But just to give you a quick
No, he
walkthrough verbally, right, as to what Anucon looks like. Okay, so you come through the driveway or whatever, and first thing you're greeted with is food, right? Because the food trucks and all of that is outside.
Right.
And you just start seeing people in costumes,
Right.
almost like it's a carnival, right? But there's no winking up going on. You check me? No winking up going on.
Penises come-
No. You're not here for that, right? And you go in, so you see people milling about, taking pictures, commenting on costumes and so on. You come inside, and what you meet now is people and tables. The tables are filled with all sorts of stuff, from
Trinkets.
anime themed cupcakes and cheesecakes, right, to 3D printed characters, and maybe keychains and stuff like that. You're seeing toys, you're seeing costumes, you're seeing art, a whole lot of art,
Right.
big printed stuff. You're seeing shirts and so on. And on the ground floor, with the people milling about, there's various activities taking place. There might be the main event that's taking place, or sometimes there's other little pockets of activities that persons are spontaneously doing by themselves, right? And then there's the stage, and the key moment is when we have the masquerade. It's the highlight of the event, where persons who built their costume, bought their costume, whatever, designed their costumes, come out and they just parade like on Queen Show.
Wow.
You check me?
Just on Queen
And
Show?
sometimes it's how you come up with your own performances.
Right.
I remember there was this one young lady who came, and she had a whole little thing where she reenacted the character, and there was another dude, he did one where he put on like a little skit with the character as well. So there's creative stuff going on as well. And then we have the prize giving for events that happen before the con, actually, so where we would have the art judging going on, the art competition, where we invite persons to just do your best work and send it in, you know. And in the middle of all that, you have them going crazy over this and that, and lots of pictures and lots of filming. And
I'm upset you didn't dress up. Kid.
it is a vibe.
I'm upset you didn't
The
dress
way
up.
the bank account set up.
Nobody came with us back. Or Gojo. Anybody?
Gojo, yeah, we had quite a few Gojos.
Did they look good though?
Did they look good?
It sounds like
Everybody look
you
good.
gotta find a bigger venue next time.
A bigger venue?
It looks so.
Man. Oh, and there's music.
Now you have to get one of them
Music is
big
there.
Crusader tent
But that
and put them over stadium.
probably,
I'm just saying.
Ideally.
I'm speaking it into being.
speaking it into being, and then
And also, I'm strong $50, right?
oh yes,
Yo.
Them one.
yes, yes.
I'm strong $50
$50
We appreciate that.
more invest in the company.
We appreciate that. We appreciate that.
Every dollar counts.
How much $50?
No, a lot. We've had quite a few people.
So shout out to the crew of Anucon, Dwayne, Mario, Sherry, Samantha, and myself.
There was an award for the best costumes, right?
Yeah, of course.
Who won it?
Um,
Is there male and female or just?
Everybody in, man. Then we don't make no distinction.
No, but what? No, I mean, did you
No,
have the best
I
male
mean,
or best female?
No, there's no distinction by
Just one.
gender.
Whoever has
Everybody
best
in. Your costume either look good or it don't look good. There's no
Okay.
man or woman
We're
business.
going next year.
Okay, so
who
who won?
I honestly can't recall at the moment. I feel so embarrassed.
What about the
No,
young
you
lady?
shouldn't be, because you weren't in the background making sure everything go right.
What about the young lady that dressed like Storm?
The young lady. Oh,
Oh, that
shout
was,
out to
Dominique.
Dominique. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that was dope.
That
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
fire.
That was really
Dominique,
good.
one of my best of books daughters.
Hey,
You check me, she
hey.
ain't come true, man. So, and she came in as one of the best looking
Versions
Storm
of Storm.
outfit, Krakoa
Yeah.
Storm
Krakoa
2019.
Wig and
Let's
everything.
do that.
Yeah.
No, I remember I was coming from the show, from the review show, because you
Yeah.
weren't here last week, right? And I passed by the People's Place, And I was wondering, wait, a Labour Party convention or something?
It was big.
People.
Yeah.
Not well, I shouldn't say people. It was just like young people, like boom. I was like, look at people, what's going on? But I was just zooming past, and then it hit me. Oh yes, Anucon. And you guys will be a really good turnout.
Oh yeah, man. The thing is, you see photos.
People. That's what you say.
You see photos, right, and it will look as if there's hardly anybody there.
We had to be there,
right? But people were there. It's just that. Well, when people taking pictures, people clear out the way. That's one thing, and the other thing is, I mean, they're like migrating birds. You check me. So one thing would draw the attention, everybody goes. So for example, we had a spontaneous, unscripted combat between a guy who was cosplaying Zorro and Zorro from One Piece with the three swords, and another dude who was cosplaying oh gosh, what's his name? Mihawk, which is the sword master that put a beating on Zorro, and they had it out right there in the corner. Nobody tell them nothing. Them man just start, and it just start pulling people from left, right, and center. Because it look hype.
It's like a little networking section, and it is allowing for this kind of fraternity to build.
And like people who had mini businesses got sales and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, man. Every vendor reported that things was good for them.
Okay.
We want Charlie Pie.
So next year we're looking to see if we can expand to 2 days, because one of the things that we want to bring back is having the panel discussions and the workshops and other things that we could fit in as well. That's not necessarily, the cosplaying in and of itself, because we feel that there's room for that as well. Because the first year, I mean, we had Sonali doing animation and talking about art and giving little demonstrations and so on. We had comic book and manga discussions. We had that panel going on as well. So the vibe is there, man.